Hey, how's it going guys? Nate here, and just a few weeks ago Bethesda released the Fallout 4 Survival Mode beta, and in that it denies people the ability to fast travel, forcing people to literally walk everywhere. And since this has happened, a lot of people have been finding new locations all across the Commonwealth. I don't think that's much of a coincidence for obvious reasons, you know? A lot of places we would have just glanced over, we wouldn't have even bothered looking at, but since we're forced to walk physically everywhere, we're easily distracted, and sometimes we'll go branch off to other locations, and we'll end up finding some pretty cool things. Well, here are the top 5 things that I found in my travels thus far, partially in thanks to survival mode. So without further ado, let's do further. Alright, so for our first location, it can be found south between Wilson's factory and the Quincy Ruins. Over here, you'll find what appears to have been a makeshift fallout shelter for when the bombs hit. Now, judging by the fact that all the residents of this shelter are ghoulified, you can tell just how well that went. However, it does appear they set up a pretty nice place here with a cooking station as well as a couple of beds, meaning if you're playing survival mode, this place will be quite nice if you need to save your game. There's quite a few things laying around in general. There's also a mining hat as well as a glowing one, so be mindful of that. But all in all, this is just a nice little place, especially if you are in survival mode, as I said before, just with the fact that there's not that many beds in the south, especially this far south. So this offers a nice little place to kind of get a little bit of sleep, so long as you can tolerate the nasty little ghouls lying around. Now, not exactly a lot is known about this location, although in one of the briefcases you can find a Vault-Tec lag coat, suggesting that possibly some of the people here had something to do with that. I'm not sure, it doesn't entirely specify on this location, but it's quite a nice little place that Bethesda put, and the fact that it's unmarked on the map makes it just that. Okay, so location number 2 is quite the doozy. Located just southeast of County Crossing, or if you've got the Automatron DLC, just northeast of the Mechanist lair across the bridge, you'll find this shack, and in it, you can already take a little bit of a peek at what you're gonna find, and it's not pretty, we'll just leave it at that. You'll find this cannibalistic. Oh my god, what happened there? You'll find this cannibalistic ghoul hide inside of a shed. In it, there's some terpene, there's some whiskey, as well as a weapons workbench for those of you that want to do some weapon crafting. Now, I'm not exactly sure who this poor fellow that this ghoul was eating was or what their story is, but I'd assume that meal was to die for. I'm sorry, was that joke too much to stomach? I'm real. Alright, so between cannibalistic ghouls, failed survival attempts inside of bunkers, and suicides, you're probably asking yourself by now, Nate, can this game get any more sadistic? Well, as you'll find as a reoccurring theme is yes, the answer is always yes. Located in the parking garage of the Milton General Hospital that you're seeing on the map, just south of Fairline Estates, you'll find this little bit of a building, right? Looks like a normal parking garage, nothing special inside it, right? Well, that's what you'd think. Open this door up and it will take you onto one of the most Jigsaw-esque trips you could ever imagine. It is a massive maze filled to the brim with traps and other pretty destructive forms. It gets quite creepy at times, and it took me a good hour in total just to complete the whole thing without dying. It was definitely a pretty expansive thing, and you really have to work around this sort of maze. Now, at the end of it, there is in fact a bed for you survival players, but if you are playing in survival, be warned, this is quite the challenge. I died on my first couple of tries, so it's something to look out for. But if you think you complete it, then best of luck to you. You'll enjoy it, hopefully. Alright, so for our next location, you can find it just south of County Crossing, and if you have the Automatron DLC installed, it'll be just northeast of the Mechanist lair. You'll find this trailer thing parked right outside what appears to be nothing but flat land. Head inside and you'll find the remains of someone who just really wasn't having a good day on the apocalypse. Inside this location there will be a few things. There'll be a chef's hat, some tin cans, and if you're willing to expend some of your morality a bit, you can pick up on the guy Snubnose 44, and also if you're on survival mode, feel free to use their bed to sleep and get a good quick save. Now just be mindful, this is probably gonna cost you. Alright, so for our final location, it can be found just eastward of Coastal Cottage, right under the bridge located there. Go under the bridge near Coastal Cottage, and you'll find a building marked Hideout. Enter it, and you'll be in for a bit of a surprise. Now, once inside, you'll have to encounter and deal with quite a few ghouls, including a glowing one, so be careful. However, inside, you'll find a fusion core, which you can take for keeps, as well as quite a few other miscellaneous pieces of gear. Now, I'm not exactly entirely sure what happened here, but judging by the radiation and all the ghouls, it appears that radiation started sweeping into this place, and then just by looking at the rat poison and the various glasses on the table, it seems as though most of the people opted to commit suicide, and those that didn't turned into some ghouls. Now, also in the bathroom, which is going to be blocked off by a novice cage, you'll be able to enter that, and you'll find a Voltec lunchbox, which you can open up and get a cool little model for your character. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this video. These videos are always fun to make, and I know I stress this a lot, but I like doing Fallout stuff where I'm able to just play the game for 5 hours straight endlessly and justify it by telling myself I'm looking for secret places. And this was the product of that, so I hope you guys enjoyed. By the way, please check out Mundillou. There will be a link in the description to that YouTube channel. The guy was kind enough to make a channel banner for me, so I really appreciate it. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. Like if you liked, dislike if you disliked, and I hope to see you all in the next video. Peace out, everybody.